Hi, everybody. I'm Judy Gugel, and I've been asked to talk about grace and love today as our weekly Lenten videos. So, the one thing that really sticks out for me as far as the readings from John is so God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, so that who should ever perish would have everlasting life. And very meaningful. We all know it. And I think about grace and love, and I kept thinking, what could I talk about? And when did I need it most in my life? Well, I need it every day in my life, but there was a particular time that I don't usually talk about, but um, I may get emotional, so please forgive me if I do. But it was back in 1986. It was a very happy time in my life. I was just gotten married. My husband and I were helping to start the church in the colony, St. Peter's by the Lake. And, I had a wonderful job. I was traveling all the time. Things were wonderful. Things were great. I felt like I was in total control. But little did I know that in a flash, in a second, all that is taken away from me. Um, it happened in September of that year in 1986. I was driving in my company car and I was going down to the Catholic supply store to pick up a beautiful chalice that my husband and I wanted to give to our new mission church. So I was on my way down there and I was driving down Marsh Lane, and where Lemon kind of comes in, there's that like overpass. I think there's like three lanes of traffic on each side going south and north. I was going south. It was about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, a beautiful sunny day in Dallas. I was excited to pick the chalice up and be able to offer it and give to our church. And all of a sudden, I'm driving in the left hand lane, and a lady ends up on the top of the hood of my car. She dies instantly. She was 21 years old. She did not have any children. And all of a sudden, within that second, my life turned around. And it was considered an unavoidable accident. I had witnesses there. I had people taking care of me. I had my church family. I had my own family. But I can't tell you how I felt over this whole thing. Kept questioning myself. Couldn't even get into a car for a while to drive. And whenever I would see an accident on television similar to the one that I had experienced, I just freaked. It took me about a year to go into counseling, to go on antidepressants, anxiety medications, the whole 9 yards. The wonderful thing was that my husband went to the funeral for this woman and told him how sorry, that this unavoidable accident happened. Um, but she came out of nowhere. I'm a good driver. I kept saying that to myself. I didn't even want to get back into that car and drive it, and they got me a new vehicle to drive, so I wouldn't have to get back into it. But the one thing that I can honestly say got me through this whole time was God's grace and his love. If I would not have had the grace of God to get through this, I don't know where I would have been. And his unconditional love, he covered me with his wings and protected me all the way through. And so did my friends. My friends are still my friends today. Some of them go to this church, even our church. So it took me a long time, and it's not something you just get over. I look through my life after that, and His grace has sustained me. He gives us sufficient grace all the time, and it's just ours. It's there for us, and it's through His unconditional love. I mean, He sacrificed His own Son so we could have this grace, so we could have this unconditional love. Of going forward, other situations that have come my way, my divorce, uh, you know, just so many different things. Starting my new store, this new business I wanted to venture into. Um, Everybody's always asked me, well, Judy, how do you get through this? Even on television, I was asked, well, Judy, you've been in business 14 years. How did you sustain this? My patented answer is always, always through the grace and love of God. And that's the only answer I can think of, because it certainly wasn't me, myself, and I. And I will always continue to give God the honor and glory due Him, and to say that it's through His grace. And, you know, during Lent, it's a wonderful opportunity to thank Him, and to show Him how much His grace means to all of us. I know sometimes we get to the point where, we're down in the pit, and, we go after that grace because we really need it. But then, we come out of it and everything goes back to the same, successful lives that we have. We kind of like put them on the back burner. But you got to know it's always there for us. So I'm just saying, be thankful every day of your life for His grace, and let it carry you through this Lenten season, and through to Easter, and through every day of the remaining days of your life. Thank you. God bless you.